Yes, so welcome to the channel. Today we're going to talk all about sinking funds. Now we've talked a lot about sinking funds. A lot. Like we've talked about this so much, but I know 2020 was a year that it kind of took us all off guard. Like January and February was like, okay, what's going on with this year? And then by summer, we was like, okay, this is the craziest year ever. And then by December, we were like, okay, I'm so done with 2020, period. But now it's 2021 and we have to get our finances back in order. So I want to just kind of give a refresher about sinking funds, what it is, and why I use it. I'm telling you, it will change your finances. It has completely changed the way that we move, we operate, the quality of life that we have, because we're just choosing to pre-plan for the things that we know that are coming. It's mind-blowing. If you want to talk a little bit about sinking funds and reevaluate how it can change your life, then just keep watching, guys. I do apologize. I just had surgery. I probably shouldn't even be filming. You know, I'm a workaholic, so I can't go to work, so I might as well work on my brand, right? And I just like, I don't want to put any makeup on, I don't want to do my hair, but I want to talk to the people, because if you have stuff coming up, you need to start planning for it now. What is a sinking fund? A sinking fund is essentially a savings plan for something you know is coming. So every year, I have to pay state tax on my car. It's about $200 every single year. Every single year. And every single year in November, I have to figure out how to budget and make this $200 payment that I'm not planning for work. And then I discovered sinking funds, and I was like, you know what? If I just take a little bit from my paycheck throughout the year, then when that comes, I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to stress that little bead of sweat that comes at my 15th paycheck in November, and I have to figure out how now I'm going to pay an additional $200 bill. I don't have to worry about that. And that is the beauty of sinking funds. Now that we know a little bit about what a sinking fund is, let's talk about how I do them, how I use them in my day-to-day life. So we're going to take that $200 payment again. Now that is due in November. I get paid twice a month, so that is 22 paychecks up until that payment's due. Now I'm going to pay a little bit early because I have to go get my car inspected and I have to get my tag and all the other things. So let's just make it a flat 20 paychecks before I have to make that $200 payment. The $200 divided by the 20 paychecks is $10 a paycheck. Y'all, would you rather take $10 a paycheck? That is 2 Starbucks drinks. Sis, you do that anyway. Or take $200 out of one of your paychecks where you still have all your other bills to make that payment. This is why sinking funds work. It works because you're taking a little bit at a time, something that you wouldn't even really notice, something that you would blow, putting it to the side to make this payment that you know is coming. You're pre-planning for that payment. And that's why sinking funds are so beautiful. So now let's talk about something bigger. We have a large family. We have 5 children collectively and the 2 of us. So we are planning a trip for 6 of the 7 of us. We are going on a 4-day trip that's 8 hours away. We're going to Airbnb. We have 2 different like excursion type of things, museum type of situations that we're going to. Like it's a pretty big trip. It would be a lot of money. It's a lot of money, y'all. It's a lot of money. Okay, and the stress could be real. We didn't do anything in 2020, and we really want to give our kids the experiences. And we found this place and was like, it's beautiful, it's nice. Let's go here. And then you're like, let's go here. And then you're like, oh man, we got all these kids. Okay, so I went on and I did research. I found an Airbnb, found the exact price, booked it. Bam, know exactly how much we need for the lodging. Then we need a vehicle because it's a lot of us going. So bam, we didn't book that, but we actually went ahead and got quotes for that. How much do we need for food? Food is what made me start the sinking fund, I'm telling you, because I was like, this is a lot. 3 meals a day for all these people. We need a kitchen. So how much for food, how much for gas, how much for entertainment purposes. I got all of my prices together for all of these different things and did the same method. So I have our amounts. We divided by how many paychecks we're going to get from here to then. And then, but because it's two of us, we have a 2-person income, we decided to divide it by 2. And that is the amount that my husband and myself have to put into our account, our savings, wherever we're deciding to store it to pay for this trip. So by the time we have the trip, we will have prepaid that full amount. Guys, no brainer. This is not trying to figure out how with the 2 paychecks right before the trip are we going to pay for the trip. This is not taking credit card money and putting ourselves more in debt. This is not borrowing, and this is not choosing not to go, choosing not to give our kids this experience or us this experience, us this time away, the family time that is much, much needed. This is us pre-planning for something that we know is coming up. And then if there's money left over, we can throw it in savings, or we can throw it on a bill, or we can throw it to debt, or we can put it in an investment. We can do things with it. I always choose to over plan. I rather over save for something than to underdo it and now we're stressed again. That's not the point of a sinking fund. So you guys can use this in anything in your life. Anything that you know is coming up, that you know that you're paying for. So graduation parties, prom for your kids, like things that you know are coming up, certain bills that are once a year and are a lot. Guys, start using the sinking fund method. Put the money either in a savings account that you're not going to touch. I recommend Capital One just because it's hard to get that money out. It takes like 3-4 days for you to get the money out of there. Or your actual savings account. Or some people use cash envelopes and keep cash in their house. I just don't really sit well with me for bigger sinking funds, but whatever is going to work, so that way you're not using that money and you're only using it for things or that actual instance that you're saving for. Now there are more fluid sinking funds as well. So I have a sinking fund for Christmas and I have a sinking fund for gifts and birthdays. We have a lot of birthdays, y'all, in the spring. Like they all coming up, February, March, April, all the kids' birthday, just about. So putting money to the side for those gifts is something that I choose to do. And then when their birthday come or someone's birthday is about to come, you can take whatever you need, go get their gifts, and that sinking fund is fluid. You're putting money in, you're taking money out. So that's the purpose of that. The Christmas sinking fund is just there. It's just there until Christmas. Like, you know, don't touch it. Don't even look at it, because it's just there till Christmas. Because you know Christmas comes every year and these kids get more expensive and you know you end up buying crazy gifts for them. But if you pre-plan for it, you're not stressed. You're not trying to figure out your bills or putting stuff on credit cards or wasting resources or putting yourself more in debt because you pre-planned for something that you knew was coming up already. I just wanted to come on and just reintroduce this conversation because it's worth it. It's worth having a different quality of life because you're pre-planning and pre-paying for things that you know that are coming up. Like, it's so worth it, guys. I'm so excited. I will tell you guys how the trip goes, and we'll also do a challenge to see if we can go under budget, if we cannot spend all the money that we've pre-planned for, and then what we decide to do with it. But right now we're using the sinking fund method. We're going to go on our trip this summer, and I'm super excited. The kids are excited. My husband's excited. And we're going to have a good time with no credit card debt, no stress, and it's so worth it. So thank you guys so much. Absolutely check out the Money Goals playlist. I got a couple pearls in there for you guys, and thanks for chatting with me in my naked state, I guess. So thank you guys. I will see you in the next video and or vlog, and until next time.